Reporting live from Hyper's Club, Fight Plus News, I'm John Abba. At the top of this month, Kevin Hart will become the latest to get a Netflix comedy roast special. The moment, which was positioned as a celebratory night for Hart, joined by his peers, has now seemingly backfired. Now, a huge part of the backlash that Hart is currently receiving deals with him allowing white comedians to tell several racial jokes, and for some, only has proven Cat Williams' previous accusations of Hart being an industry plant and a sellout. On Tuesday, Hart would finally respond to the night during a stop by The Breakfast Club. And as some would notice, he wouldn't side with those complaining and in a way defended the comedians of the night.
Yeah, the George Floyd joke, it wasn't a tasteful joke to our culture, to our audience. But if you're watching the roast, you get why they're doing it. You get why the racial humor is on the table.
Do you feel like Tony Hinchcliffe went too far when he made that joke about George Floyd?
It's Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yeah.
I don't expect less. I don't expect more. People are talking about that joke. Talk about his set. Tony Hinchcliffe arguably had the best set. Would I tell those jokes? No. But do I get why they're being told? Mm-hmm. It's my production. We're live. What is it that you expect me? You want me to take a live production and stand up and fight Tony or have a reaction? I don't understand why we stand on a hill and it becomes like this big thing.
Now, as the response continued, Hart, who seemingly appeared to get a bit more worked up, would request that people should remove him from the conversation altogether because he wasn't the one who said the joke.
My rebuttal is simplicity. Remove me from it. I didn't say it. I'm not compromising the live production for a reaction of what? What do you want me to do? I'm going to drag him off? You want me to fight afterwards? You want me to turn it into what? That's not what I agreed to do. That's not the job at hand. The job at hand was to produce a successful roast, which I did. Stop talking as if I said it. Mm-hmm. So when you say the family and the family's affected, I didn't disrespect the family. Showed up for the family when it happened.
I get what you're saying and how you stand on your business, and I respect you for that.
I'm not talking about business.
Or whatever it is. I think with certain things,
did not say it.
But their pushback is it happened at Kevin Hart's roast.
The responsibility it starts to compile as if I'm the one in charge. We are not in charge of the dialogue from anybody on that stage.
Now, despite him saying that he didn't say it, some fans would feel that that's where Kevin somewhat deflected, because at the top of his response, he would blurt out that it was his production. So some of the responsibility should fall on him.
It's my production. We're live.
After the interview would go live, several people across social media would continue their frustration with Hart, accusing him of deflecting and not taking accountability. In the Breakfast Club's Instagram comments, one would go on to say, "Listening now. All I hear is a lot of deflection. He literally is defending these people. This was hard to listen to." Now, even more before Hart's interview would go live, people made sure to express their issues with him. As in that same comment section, a listener would go on to say, "He's just trying to do damage control. I've always said he is a white man's comedian." One user would even share a gif of Uncle Ruckus from the Boondocks, as a large part of the complaints made about Hart's roast is that he pandered to a white audience by enjoying some of the jokes made about him, including that George Floyd joke, a slave ship joke, and even a joke that called him a monkey. On X, many listeners would continue calling out Hart as they listened to the live interview. This is the worst interview he's ever done on The Breakfast Club. Kevin Hart sound like a clown. So Kevin Hart is on The Breakfast Club, and he basically defended that man and the joke he made about George Floyd, even compares it to comedians making jokes about Rodney King. Today's interview with Kevin Hart on The Breakfast Club was honestly one of the worst PR moves he could have made. There was zero accountability, a whole lot of defending people who have repeatedly shown anti-black and racist behavior, and then getting sassy with Lauren LaRosa. Now, outside of the backlash, many also have defended Hart and understood his frustration with being singled out for that George Floyd joke in particular. On Instagram, a user would go on to say, "Trying to make celebrities responsible for other people's actions is crazy. He didn't say it, so what the F y'all want him to do?" Overall, it does appear that viewers are aware that roasting is supposed to be about the intended target with jokes by any means necessary. So when the jokes start being offensive to some who watched, is where the question lies. Are jokes and roasts also supposed to offend those at home? Let's talk about it more in the comments below. Now that we've heard from Hart about the infamous night, does it better clarify why we didn't see him check racist jokes? And when it comes to the roast, is the known standard now is that viewers should also expect to feel offended. And for more news in comedy, culture, and sports, be sure to subscribe here to our YouTube channel and follow Hype Plus across all social media. And if you enjoyed this story, head over to hypersclub.com to get a membership to watch full interviews and more original content. Reporting live from Hypers Club for Hype Plus News, I'm John Abba.